maybe not. Utopia has given you clearance to poke around the ruins in the secret valley. Stars, this place is neat. Dice thinks so too. At least we didn't have to climb back down again, he mutters, but you can tell he's excited. The buildings are arranged in a spiral formation around a central point. They're made of that oil-slick obsidian, something that looks like petrified bone, and have parts missing where some other organic material has long since rotted away. It's all overgrown with vines and buried in shifting sands. You follow the spokes of the streets until you approach the center of the valley, where a large pyramid-shaped building sits surrounded by thumpers, and a variety of other, smaller buildings. What do the thumpers do? The 4 thumpers are in careful alignment, forming a square with wide paths between them and the pyramid in the center. One is almost totally reduced to rubble. None are still active. Check out the other buildings. Smaller, more deteriorated pyramid buildings dot around the valley, purposes unknown. There are also dozens of little obelisks, a couple meters wide with a circular design on one side. You approach a random one of these in the edge of the valley. You lean on one of the round edges, and the iris dilates open, sections grinding back like the world's rustiest automated door. Now you're looking through a large round door into a small, featureless room. Quite small, quite featureless, totally dark, very creepy. But you can hear a faint hum. Still powered? Bravery walk in. Oh, that's rough. Ruh-roh, Raggy. That is a nice combo for... That's right, it has to be the greatest. That's a nice opening hand with just 3 cards. That wild card is pulling dividends. Like, we're getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bonus to pairs. So like, yeah, pairs are gonna be our bread and butter here, I tell you what. Which is unfortunate because it looks like this one is not giving us a lot of pairs. Do this. Do a 4, 5, 6. So at least I get a straight. Next round. All right. All strength cards. A 3. We can do that. Do that. And just put a 7 here. Bada bing, bada boom, baby! That's what I'm talking about! Get rectoroni pepperoni! That is our highest score. Nice. You walk in, dice close behind, and suddenly the iris closes. The floor lurches, and you're moving down. An elevator! The elevator squeals and grinds away like it hasn't been used in, literally, thousands of years. It doesn't go far, then grinds to a halt, and the iris opens to reveal a large room with obsidian walls. Like all convergent domain spaces, it's more cave than room, with stalactites everywhere and a giant, lumpy mounds of fungus. You wonder if the obsidian stuff they built with melts over time, running and dripping in extreme slow motion. There are consoles on the walls, like this is some kind of control room maybe. Most of it is long dark and covered with a thick layer of dust, except one device, with 2 weird, bony, knobby sticks poking out of it. Touch stuff at random. You poke at things and grab sticks at random until suddenly, you cease to be yourself. You're like a visual, audio, and weirdly tactile representation of something vast. You have a feeling of being in a large and complex space. No, like you are the space. a digital space, like a computer system, as if you're sucked inside a 3D representation of the HoloNet. You can see files and processes and whole worlds of data, but in alien formats that speak to you more in sensation than logic. You let go of the sticks, and the console room comes back. Grab them again, and understanding fills your head. Feels not at all that different from your bouts of deja vu remembering. Like, of memories being inserted into your mind, and you suddenly just know how to use this interface. You just think where you want to go or what you want to know, and away you go. The word array comes to mind. A network of computers hosting millions of data nodes, information on every part of the planet, from weather to soil conditions to individual computers. Not just computers, but entities that feel intelligent and also digital, artificial consciousness, like your ship's AI congruence. They're all processing that data and triggering subroutines to make minute changes on the planet's surface. Whoops. Then a booming voice enters your brain and obliterates all else, speaking more in abstract thought than words, but loud. What are you doing in Wormhole Observatory Array Console 5, you noisy creature? And an explosion in your head. You're thrown backwards and out of the array. Must have also been an explosion in your hands, which are now singed. The console is blown out and dead. You're shaken. Something didn't like you poking around in there. Whatever the array is, whatever lives in it, has been watching you. Probably ever since you landed. You have a feeling Sim has something to do with this. He's either in league with the array, or he's part of it. But knowing Sim, he won't tell you anything until he's ready to. You tell Dice about the array and the voice saying Wormhole Observatory. He looks around impressed. The convergent domain was sure up to some shit, he says. And now you know about the array and how to access it. That could come in very useful if it turns out to be a danger to your colony. Ooh. Also, the fact that it's console 5, which means there's at least 4 or 5 others. You know, it depends if they're 0 indexed. Because there could be console array 0, which is the first one, and then we could count on. We don't know their counting method. Maybe it says 5, but they actually use a base 16 decimal system. I don't know, man. I don't know. Also, Shuga Banoi, welcome on by. How dare you fling me into the void? You decide to call it a day. Your arms feel all tingly and weak from being electrocuted, and your heart is still thumping a mile a minute. But you'll be back. Sounds like we need to come back here after it refreshes. But before I leave, let's go see if we can talk to Sim and get dialogue. Because I'm saving you for later in the void. No! Alright, we do not have any new dialogue with Sim. Is Utopia around? Does not look like it. Utopia's gone, gone, gone. Well, where can Utopia be? 'Cause she's gone, gone, gone. Where, oh where has Utopia gone, gone, gone? She's left me all alone to explore this alien place. Hopefully we don't fall on our face, 'cause these crevices are a drop, drop, drop down into the foggy wells below. I cannot even see the ground, my fellows. Let's go home and get ourselves some eat, 'cause I'm tired and want some sleep. You're browsing the colony bulletin board on your holopalm for breakfast when you notice a new post from Nomi. Seems to be a short story. The title is Xenos to the Rescue. You open the story and read through it. Actually, you think you and Nomi did okay. Sure, the premise of talking manticores is a little shaky, and Nomi doesn't really spend enough time establishing the character's motivations, but still an entertaining read. You scroll through the comments. They're mostly supportive, if a little lukewarm. Except for one. Lamau, this sucks. Zeno sucked my sweaty ball sack. Wow, Vase. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Talking shit to Nomi? That's a paddling. I beat the shit out of you once, Vase. Don't think I won't do it again, boy. Whee! Yeah, see, I'm winding up. I'm gonna Sonic Dash at you. Just spin and then phoom! Ba-ding! Oh, thank you for your head pats. And the boops. Amazing. I think we should do some tutoring. We need to get our empathy up. And it gives us friendship with Nomi. And we got... Nomi's pretty cool. You show up to class to find Congruence teaching a classroom of younger children. Instance is nowhere to be found. In the absence of further direction, you settle in to help the students with their work. After half an hour, Instance pokes her head into the classroom. Oh good, you're already here, she says. I trust you'll be able to handle yourself in all subjects with students of all ages. Ask Congruence if you need any help. She turns to leave, but stops to turn back to you. Thank you, Solana, she says quietly. Since Professor Howe died, well, Congruence and myself are poor replacements for him. I'm grateful for your help. Settle in to help the younger students learn how to use their holopalms to access the HoloNet, Congruence's massive database. Congruence has everything they could ever need. Music, movies, games, novels, and comics. A calculator, a timer, encyclopedia, textbooks, the colony's social media, specialized tools for different jobs, and architectural holograms. It's a massively powerful tool, and it's literally in their hands. They're mostly interested in games. Some understand it less than others. Why do we gotta read about stuff? Nougat whines, poking dejectedly at her holoscreen. The skin around her newly implanted holopalm looks a little red, and she keeps picking at it. I just want to go play. First off, Nougat, that's a cute name. Also, can I just say, this is so fucking precocious. The way she has her little hair, her hairband tie like this makes her look like she has like a little plant sprout coming out the top of her head. These little splashes of like orange and pink in her hair, like she looks like she has like Neapolitan ice cream hair. And I think I want to say there's like a skin condition that is like, the exact term for it is escaping my mind, that sometimes affects people, but is mostly recognizable in people with darker skin, because it involves the melanin not being able to form. I don't know if it's an issue with the protein chain, because like the protein that makes up melanin actually has a couple precursors, and anything wrong with them can cause various effects. There's actually and it's weird tangent to go to segue on this, but there is a variant in a lot of snake morphs, which is like the different patterns that snakes can have. In some albino morphs, that starts getting called T positive or T negative. And what that is because there is a particular precursor protein to melanin. I think it's called tryptophase. I want to say, probably butchering that word, but if it is a T negative melanin, or if it's a T negative albinism, then that means it doesn't form tryptophase, which means there's basically no melanin, and it's more like the classical albinism that we're familiar with, you know, where blacks are instead just whites. But if it's T positive, that usually means it forms part way to melanin. So it won't get all the way dark, but it'll get part of the way. And like one of the T positive albinisms that I'm aware of is like for ball pythons, there's a lavender albino. And the way their albinism manifests is their dark parts will actually be kind of a purplish color. And because it's not a true white, like an actual albino would be, a T negative albinism, it's classified as a T positive. So that's your learning on this, on albinisms and biology and science and snake breeds. But I don't really see this going back to humans. I don't really see this like in a character design. And I think it really speaks to how inclusive the character design of this game is. And it's really fascinating. Especially because they don't use it as like a negative or derogatory thing. It always feels very natural. It feels very like it's part of their character, but it's not like their entire character is the token whatever person. You know what I mean? And I think it's kind of hard to do, but it's very interesting to see the lengths that they go to be inclusive of different cultures and expressions that humans can be. And that's also kind of telling that they have what is, I think it's a certain kind of genetic effect that causes it to happen. But we know in this game that we have like gene therapy. Like we have it to the extent that one of the kids we grew up with like transitioned when they were still a child. So like the gene therapy in this game is exceedingly robust. So it is like very telling that they left this in, you know, rather than it be like, oh, I had that and then doesn't have it anymore, you know? But as far as what we should do with her, let me show you something. So engineering or biology. That looks infected. I probably should have taken the engineering one because I've maxed out biology now that I think about it. You take a closer look at Nougat's hollow palm implant. The edges where it meets the skin are peeling back and it looks red and puffy. No wonder she's having a hard time concentrating. Looks like it really hurts. You take her to the med bay and put some antibiotic cream on it. Wrap her hand so she stops picking at it. She's excused from this lesson until her implant heals properly. You spend some time with her afterwards, showing how your own hollow palm works. The quieter environment of the med bay seems to help her concentrate, and soon she's zipping through Congruence's archives on her own. Looks like you're pretty good at this tutoring business. Hell yeah. First collectible use is free. Noted. Alright, so we can do this. Into this. Into this. No. I want to do this. And we can do this. If I move it over, goes up to 5. Right. So if I do this, there we go. Okay. And then I can make something yellow. Give +2 to a card. Or redraw a hand. I don't know if redraw a hand will get rid of all my cards, though. It'd be interesting if it would just redraw the 2. I feel like it's going to redraw everything, so I don't want to use it. I mean, might as well. Eh. Oh, it was our max. +1 empathy. Ooh, we're getting close to a reasoning perk. All right, start. Okay, let's wait. Let's see if we can. Who is desynchronized from my gifting? I want to resynchronize everyone. So I can with her. How about with Rex? All right, we can do it with Rex. I think Dice is our person that's out of phase. Oh, says we can give to everyone. All right, so Nomi gets the crystal. Dice gets fruit. I'm starting to get low on items. I might need to explore one of the other areas so I can restock. Give Cal... fruit. Rex their stick. You find Rex in an empty space outside the lounge, setting up a construction holo projector and running through different projections of future buildings, taking notes on each. He looks up from his holopalm as you approach and bursts into a huge smile. Well, hey, Solana! What's going on? Rex jerks a thumb at his chest. You're looking at the newest member of the colony construction crew. I'm surveying the colony for places to build a new private family quarters. People are going to want to raise families here soon. Isn't that real? Why the construction crew? What's not to like? Rex replies. I get to be outside almost all day. I get to make something great. And hey, he leans in conspiratorially. Have you seen the bods on the rest of the construction crew? Ow, woo. Besides, he continues, I think I've got an idea that I want to contribute to the colony. I want to build a bar, a real one, not just a canteen. Nice decor, space for live music, cushions everywhere, fun drinks. Mars has been helping me with the details. He sighs dreamily. Can you imagine a place where the whole point is to just relax and be with your friends? Does sound like a pretty great idea. I think so too, Rex says, spreading his hands wide. People need leisure time. We need time to connect with our other humans. We're social creatures. We need our packs. Does he actually have your... Yes, that's it. Like, everyone has like a gene mod. His gene mod is animal. Best of luck with the raking, Benoy. All they want to do is help people connect with each other, you know? Rex says. I love building things. Love cooking things. Love making people happy. Coming together to create something, that's why we're alive. He gestures around. I don't mean buildings. I mean, they're all right, but what I'm really into is everything that goes into making a building. More than just walls and the ceiling. It's an agreement between people that we're gonna form a society. We're gonna cooperate, make something bigger than ourselves, and we're gonna meet in peace. Mars and Rex is such a neat little odd couple whose bonding makes total sense when you think about it. I mean, they like out the gate. I mean, Rex is pretty open, period. But Mars was basically giving him the eyes already. Like, boy. It certainly seems like there's a Helios person that's sort of matched to each of the original characters. Rex shakes his head, clearing his thoughts. Sorry, I'm just really passionate about this stuff, he laughs. This and hugs. We humans are also pretty good at hugs. +2 of stress is over 50. Nice. Each of them? Aren't you forgetting someone? Fuck you. Tammy will never be forgotten. Never! Rex rubs his thumb across his chin, thinking, hey, actually, can you help me? Can you bring me any mushwood sticks or logs you find? I want to start stockpiling them. So when I get approval to start building the bar, we're good to go. Shouldn't you fetch sticks for me? Of course I will. Rex bounces on his heels and launches into a huge hug. Thank you, he exclaims. Really appreciate it. If you find any, just bring them to me. Value is wild. Damn. Actually, I'm working on something right now, Rex says, producing a holo projector. Looks so familiar. Wait, that's the holo projector you used to watch for vids on the creche. It's been broken ever since the creche was destroyed. I was hoping you could help me fix this up. I want to have outdoor movie nights. You help Rex bring the holo projector back to life, then help him make an outdoor theater for it, complete with overhead lights and comfortable places to pile up your bedding. Aunt Anne provides the snacks. Rex looks at it with pride. We just have to figure out what to play for our opening night. Fruit. We need to give Tang her flower. And Nem probably also a flower because it's safe. All right. Let's do some more tutoring. Nougat is 10, and you don't think she's stood still since she was born. She's having trouble in the classroom setting, but that's why you're here. Some kids just need more help than others to stay focused. She's working on using her finger to spell out words to match images on her holopalm. Her chubby little kid hands are unsteady, and her letters are pretty mishappen. Pretty normal for most of the kids you tutor, but Nougat just doesn't seem to be getting any better no matter how many times you drill letters. Feels like you have to tell her the same things over and over, because she says okay, but just keeps making the same mistake. Never seen an elephant, Nougat says, jabbing her finger at the hologram. Or a lion. You see a lion, Solana? Never seen any Earth animals, except for on holovids. Like Nougat, you're born on a spaceship already hurtling away from Earth. Never even seen a dog, despite learning all about them in class when you were a kid. Nougat has trouble with imaginary concepts like elephants and holoscreens. Makes it hard to keep her attention. Go looking for inspiration. Start writing on real paper. You can tell Nougat is getting frustrated with the entire concept of using a holopalm. For someone as passionate as she is about sports ball, she has a lot of trouble with the fine motor skills and the fake reality of a holo screen. Pull a few sheets of paper and a box of crayons from the classroom nano printer. Nougat's face lights up. Really? She says. You nod. She excitedly tears into the box of crayons. That's the great thing about everything being nano printed. Every box of crayons is a new box, with fresh points and unbroken crayons. While Nougat happily misspells animal words on her sheets of paper, you log into the classroom evaluation rubric, make a note that Nougat should be allowed to use real paper for assignments, even if the assignment requires the use of a holopalm. This accommodation might help her until she feels more confident using her holopalm. Chief Engineer Instance reviews the changes and approves it, sends you a few kudos to thank you for taking the time to think outside the box for Nougat. Okay, +2 to a spot. +1 on brain. Nice. Alright, so we do this. +2 if this is the highest value. Damn. So 4. Then we can do this and this. Not enough though. Shoot. All cards under 3 become 3. this over here. Do this. This is a hard one. What if I do this? No, it adds 2 and then becomes... I mean, there's the 3... 4... 5... Alright, we can get to goal. I mean, I can get even higher. It's the super goal. +1 reasoning. The +1 skill. And I think this one is fine. Strange. I thought I would get an extra +1. Oh, I did. +2 from one challenge. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, so maybe I should have done the other thing. I'm done. Amira! I can't believe you've done this to me. Mean to me. Eating me into the void. Spinning round and round. Spinning me like a record, baby. Right round, round, round. Ooh, blue cards get +1 in mental. Okay. Ooh, I like this track. Boom 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 boom. Let's... Ooh, Nem has something to say. Soundtrack for this game is perfect. Good background vibes. Oh yeah. Nem doesn't notice you approach. She's focused intently on the document on her hollow palm, chewing on her nail as she reads through the small print. She jumps when she sees you, looking momentarily guilty. Oh, hey Solana. I was just looking over some stuff. The Helios have got all these documents you have to sign if you wanna... She trails off, biting her lip. I'm gonna sign up to join with the Helios, she says hesitantly. But there's a part where if you're under 18, you have to have a parent's permission just to sign up as a reservist, and... Nem looks down at the ground and scuffs her shoe in the dirt. My mom's gonna be so mad, she mumbles. So mad. Like, probably gonna cry and it'll be this whole stupid thing, and... She takes a deep breath. I gotta do it. Just gotta do something. It's a bad idea, Nem. Nem sniffs and rubs her nose with the back of her hand. Maybe it's a real bad one. I don't know, but I can't just sit around and do nothing. Next time those aliens come, I want to be ready for them. Not gonna get caught off guard again, the enemy says, setting her jaw. When they come back, I want to be able to fight with everything I got. No one else has to die like Calm. Nem gestures angrily to dismiss the hollow screen and puts her face in her hands. She crouches down small, pressing her head against her knees. Takes an anguished breath. Goddamn aliens, she says. Bunch of, dinosaur-looking assholes. Oh, Nem, poor baby. Don't have to do this. You tell her there are other ways to help besides fighting. She stands up and rubs her eyes. Maybe, she says. But this is my best option. I'm not gonna let them take away anyone else. Man, I was hoping we could dissuade her. I don't want to have to fight you, Nem. When the rebellion comes, you're gonna have to pick a side. I've been liking the tutoring. Let's keep tutoring. Call me medieval English nobility, cause I'm tutoring. You hear a scuttling of metallic legs. What the heck? And a strange knee-high robot bursts into your engineering lab, going full tilt on 6 spidery legs. Slams into a wall hard enough to knock itself down. Seems to be having trouble getting back up again, and is flailing its metal legs around dangerously. Let's put it back in the hall. Ouch! It accidentally slashes you with a leg while scrambling to find purchase. Stupid robot. Congruence's TV thingy wheels in squeakily as the robot runs off down the hall. Sorry about that, she chirps. I am so close to getting its new movement algorithm online. I'll have the Robovax corner it, and we can try again. Working with robots is just so hard with no hands, she continues, wheeling back and forth on a display of frustration. This was much easier when Hal was here. I miss him. Congruence doesn't need to clear her throat, but you get the distinct impression she's simulating it anyway. Ahem. Well, if you know anyone who loves to tinker with bots, let them know I need a helper. I see. Suppose if we are more of an engineer than a botanist, that would have been a path for us. Alas, alas. Okay. +1 to blue, +2 to pairs. We're going through these airs. Damn! That's what I call super. Oh! And we are reason maxing. Oh, I'm certainly curious what the first rank of empathy would give us. We're also getting close to maxing out aminals. Let's do a bit of defense training. No. We're not becoming a cadet. Anyway, let's go do some tutoring. Today you're tutoring Nougat and a couple younger kids in ancient Earth geography. They're learning the names of the countries by pointing to them on maps and saying a few facts about them. Seems kind of pointless to memorize places that these kids will never see. It's not like you could teach them much about Vertunan geography yet. You're still discovering it. Billions of people? Nougat says, skeptically squinting at a hollow projection of Earth. How did they fit everyone into one little planet? All the trees and animals and stuff? Was it all like one big colony? Make it lie and make it sound idyllic. Tell her the sad truth. Dodge the question. Well, bad thing is General Custer, welcome on by. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. If you forgot to give General Custer a follow, I'm not surprised. You're just too enraptured with all the amazing things that they were up to in Monster Hunter. It is a very interesting game. I am a monster, but you cannot hunt me. All right. I am Dreki Ormer, a draconic serpent, a flightless dragon, or simply a worm here on the internet. And you can go follow General Custer if you forgot to do so. But welcome on by. I don't know how long you were streaming, Custer, but now I'm the one in control. So you should stand up, wiggle it out, leave a piss, take a water. You know, probably grab the water from someplace different than you pissed, but I'm not your keeper. You do you. Streaming is hard work, so make sure to take care of yourself. We are playing a game that has some pretty serious moments. So if you are not aware, I have put a link in the pin for content warnings, you know, and if anything is particularly sensitive for you, that is no problem. Take care of yourself first and foremost. Thank you for stopping on by. If you have played this game before, please do not spoil things for me. This is my first time playing through. I prefer to go into it blind, por favor. But if you stick around, well, I've almost finished 1 year. Man, I feel like I've been going really slow this year, because it usually seems to be about to actually, well, I did talk for a lot at the beginning of stream, so maybe we're not going as slow as I thought I was. Raiders just in time for you to explain the small child, the evils of capitalism. Exactly. And we get rebellion points. Fuck yeah. Ooh, I like this painting of Earth. Like smudgy ooh, that's really nice. I like that. You give Nougat the little kid version of the truth that you learned as a kid. That life on Earth was brutal and hard. Humanity destroyed the environment and fought over what was left. There were no trees or animals left. Not as many as there should have been, anyway. Most people were poor, hungry, and sick. Ones who weren't kept all the nice things for themselves. At least your parents were lucky enough to escape on the stratospheric. You were lucky to be born on it. You're all lucky to be here now. No matter what. At least, Vedrumna isn't Earth. I do think it's weird that their education system is still very Earth-centric, rather than Vertumnen and practical. Like, first and foremost for the colony, you probably should be teaching kids things that will help them be much more helpful for everyone to live. So much more focused on agriculture and architecture, you know. We have discovered some things about the animals and plants, so definitely studying those very well so they're aware of them. Yeah, the adults are very doing a colonialism. Yeah, that is true. Well, they finished doing all the colonialism on Earth, like they had to go somewhere else. You know, number always has to go up. We got to keep doing more colonizing, people. I know we're at 100% colonizing on Earth, but have you thought of expanding a colony franchise on an asteroid or another planet? Nougat looks bewildered. She doesn't really watch holovids, only the cheerful ones for kids that don't address Earth's decline, so she had no idea. What? You still have really, really tall buildings, right? To feed other people? She asks. You sigh and tell her they did. She nods in satisfaction and goes back to her schoolwork. +1 to mental cards. Nice. Alright, well, we can get it on the dot, but I feel like we can do better. We can do better. Alright, so if I do this, and this, we do this, and this, and this. Yeah! Super goal, baby! Bada bing, bada boom! Actually, I bet I could get even higher. Yes, 45 with the free stick. Ooh. Hey, Subnautic. Welcome on by. Ooh, not even our highest. All right. It's time for glow season, chat. Now, last time, supposedly, they fended off all the monsters. I feel like things might go differently this year. All right, let's do a bit of relationship maxing. Ooh. Looks like we also can do some studying. Smart for my age. You offer to help Tangent with her schoolwork, but she just shrugs you off. I'm not working on any school anymore, she says. Chief Engineer Instance says I'm smart for my age and my talents are wasted in school. She opens her hollow palm and shows you some of her lab notes. Ugh, it's so much work though, she complains. Honestly, maybe it would be better to be like everyone else. Unintelligent people seem to be happier. Just then, Nem jogs by with a squad of soldiers, all marching in time. She gives you a little wave, then cringes as the leader barks at her to keep her eyes forward. Tang shudders. On second thought, forget I said that. I'll keep being smart, thank you. Watching Rick and Morty. Alright, Nem. Nem breaks off from her squad and greets you with a nod of her head. What's up, Solana? I have got fruit for you. It is nutritional. Consume it. Dice, I have fruit for you. Consume it. Be nutrition. Be nutritionized. I love this music. I want to leave! Let me out! It seems that Nomi and Rex aren't around. On the notice board. We're really good on food supplies. Noted. The Vertumden Youth Ball is next month. Ooh, a ball? Are we gonna dance? Hey, yo! Alright, I think we're going to work in the lab. You visit your mom's little garden. There's a small shrine set up in memory of her and your father. Her favorite flowers and his old boots. On Earth, they used to put whole bodies into boxes and bury them underground. Colonies always skip the decomposition step, using a process to quickly render bodies into nutrient-rich mulch. Your mom and dad stipulated that their remains would be used here, added to the dirt that they so lovingly tended to in life. Sitting here, it feels like they could be just around the corner. Talk to them about how much we miss them. Spend some time talking in the general direction of the shrine about how much you miss your mom and dad. How unfair it is that they died so young. You know that the colony is your family, but being orphaned at 16 is still a heavy blow. You imagine your mom ruffling your hair and telling you to toughen up, getting a warm bear hug from your dad. You hear footsteps behind you, and the creaking of the garden gate. Cal kneels beside you and gazes at the shrine. I miss them too, he murmurs. I know you already have more parents than the average person, but your mom and dad were kind of like my parents too. Taught me everything I know about agriculture and to care for animals. He smiles sadly. I hope I can be half the farmer they were. Fall to pieces and blubber your eyes out. Yeah. Your parents are gone, and they're not coming back. It's all too much. Most of the time, you can keep it together. But then something will happen that reminds you of them, and it all comes crashing back over you, swallowing you up in grief. Cal holds you. You don't think anything will ever make this pain go away. Who's in charge of geoponics now? Cal sighs. Me, I think. Wait, really? Well, no one really wanted the job, Cal replies. He scratches his fingers in the loamy dirt as he speaks. Your parents were kind of... well, without them, no one really comes close. Most everyone else who works in geoponics, they're just semi-skilled workers who don't know as much of the actual science as they did. They really pushed me to learn that stuff too, he says. You know, nitrogen cycles, soil chemistry, and veterinary science. I guess everyone will just kind of thought I could train up at it. He sighs and rubs his chin, leaving an earthy smear. Not like I want the job, he admits. I mean, I'm only 18. What do I know about running a farm? But the way the other people in geoponics talk about it, like they think it's cursed. He stops and smiles apologetically. Sorry. Sure, it's not really cursed. Mostly, Cal continues. Everyone here is just doing the same job they always were. I'm supposed to go to council meetings, but I just let them make decisions and they'll tell me what to do. You and Cal sit together and contemplate your parents' memorial shrine for a little while longer. Eventually, Cal has to get back to his work. He lets you know it's okay to take the day off, if you need to. You know, that's weird, because like for the colony, I feel like agriculture and xenobotany and all that would be very, very important. Like, really should be pushing people to be doing stuff in there. Sorry, Raid Rum, you're going to start winding down for the eye. I want to keep your schedule. Yeah, no problem, Custer. Take care and have a rejuvenating eep. Thanks for stopping on by. Alright, so I can do this. We can hit the 4. And then I can hit a 2. No. All right, that's a 4. That's a 4. That's not good. I could use a stick to give that +2, but I feel like that might not be the play here. Well, I mean, I do have pairs as my biggest thing, so I don't think doing a straight's gonna help. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's not it. What do I do? 4, 5. No. I could just do that. Still gets me... I mean, I can push through with stress. Use a stick. I like that other way was better, where I had the 4. And then... No, it wasn't. It wasn't that card. It was 2, 4. 4, 4, 4, 4. And then a 5. And we'll push through with 5 stress. Oh, we could have made a 36. Damn. All right. You wake to the soothing sound of your dad's voice. Then remember he's still gone. You wonder how long it will be before you stop expecting him to be there. You're lying in bed, staring at the wormhole through your window, when you hear a deep thump resonate through the ground. And a second one, quieter. The woven roof of your room quivers, unleashing a season's worth of fine, glowing dust to sift through the air. Through your open window, you hear voices sounding the alarm. The annual offensive is here, and leading the charge are 2 massive faceless. We're gonna hide inside. Just hearing people shouting out about the faceless triggers panic. Your chest clenches, your gut roil, and you break out in a cold sweat. You're no use to anyone like this. Best to just stay inside. You pull the covers up over your head and try to calm down. Every so often, you hear more of the deep whoop noises and the zit of Plaz rifles. They get louder, so close you can differentiate the massive footfalls of the creatures with what must be Heliopause's explosives. The walls shake with the shockwaves of explosions. Then you hear a loud explosion, the loudest you've ever heard. Your entire room shakes, the floor and walls vibrating with massive shockwave that rips through your quarters. Then, nothing. Silent. A few minutes later, your holopalm chimes an all clear message. You creep out of to your balcony and survey the damage. Keeper filter out of their hiding places, shielding their faces from the heat coming off the bonfire in the middle of the square. On the horizon, the first watery rays of quiet sunrise are struggling to make a dent in the hot orange glare. The colony's fire suppression system is turned on the square, revealing the charred corpses of the two faceless. Utopia walks by with a reclamation team, hauling an industrial Plaz cutter on a hover lift. They use the mining explosives? Utopia says in awe. Mighty bold of him. Those things will blow a hole in a mountain. Or a creature, I suppose. She sighs. Wish you could have saved them from mining. That must have been the last of them. We sure can't make more. Then she and her crew are out of earshot as they pick their way down the blast crater to carve up the faceless for recycling. Need colony defense less than 7. Fortunately, the colony was well defended. You and the other colonists have been fortifying the defenses, putting security above all else. Tonight's defense was still a resounding, if messy, success. But Utopia's right. You don't have any more of those explosives now. You can't just nanoprint unstable molecules like that. What are you going to do during the next attack? Hydrate? Very well, Newt. Very well. We are now 17. We are getting closer and closer to the age of majority. Ooh, it looks like the profile's changed again. Ooh, Cal. You got a nice little 6 o'clock shadow going on. All that farm work, boy. You got them muscles. What Cal looks like a fantastic bean. We gotta see if we can find everyone else. Mars? Ooh, Mars. Nice. Shame that I can't. Shame that you're kind of mean, but Mars keeps adding me on the colony on Blue Sky, you know, and it's just blowing up my phone with all these. I really wish, you know, she would maybe keep the pings to a minimum. Like I'm busy here, all right? I mean, the worst part is that it's your hollow palm that's buzzing. So it's like you know, it's like jittering my actual hand. Character icon seems to change a lot during this. Well, the character sprite, it seems we've gone through like at least 3 phases, from child, adolescent to young adult. But also, it will change depending on our stress. So whether we're below, whether we're in the green, the yellow, the red, or maxed out, our portrait will change. It was literally the phone sound from the R6, which I'm playing right now. Nomi doesn't look that much different, I'm gonna be honest. I think their outfit's different. I feel like their outfit's different, but it's still kind of swooshy. Hey, you know, Flea, have a good one. Yeah, thanks for stopping on by, Arzel. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Oh. Nomi is in their usual spot on the lounge, surrounded by their steadily growing collection of body pillows and stuffed animals. They're curled up with their arms around a giant plushy creature. It seems to be scrolling listlessly through the movies available in the Colony Media Archive. Find anything good? No! Nomi sighs, tipping over onto their side. Not since I finished all of Maidstocker Ares. I can't believe it ended on a cliffhanger. I didn't know that the stratosphere had left Earth before the series finished airing. Nomi whines. You have every episode except for the two-parter season finale. They bury their face against the plushie. Now I'll never know how it ends. They sniffle. It's not fair that we'll never have any new shows to watch. Well, damn, we don't have... We're like 3 short of the empathy. That sucks. Sounds rough, buddy. Yeah, Nomi says, not even looking at you. They clutch their plushie more closely and keep scrolling through the media archive. Sag. Yeah, Rex is looking like Rex. No equipment that could have bumped that stat? No. I don't think I can swap mid... Yeah, we can't swap during an event anyway, either. Take your own shirt off in solidarity? Ah! Over the years, a lot of people have started wearing a lot less clothing than you remember from when you were growing up on the climate-controlled stratospheric. Definitely a lot less than in the holovids you brought from Earth. Rex, though. Rex has really acclimated to Vertumna's hot, sultry weather. Dude, put a shirt on. You kidding me? He asks, throwing his arms wide. First, it's hot as balls out here. I work outdoors, and whoo-wee! No joke. I'd take off more if I could. He cranes his head up to the sky. Second, I like the feeling of the sun on my skin. After 15 years in a sunless tube hurtling through space, I want to soak in as much as I can. Makes me feel great. Rex laughs and knocks himself on the shoulder. I think our bodies are meant to live this way. Don't even get me started about pants, bud. Oh, Rex, you card. Ooh, it looks like Tang's growing her hair out a little more. Looking sharp in her coat and dress. Nice. Tell Rex to put a shirt on. He's just, I'd wear less if I could get away with it. Don't tempt me. Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna need to ponder tangent now. I'm thinking pretty hard. Tang is pouring something from a carafe that could only be strong black coffee from the bitter scent. It was bracing at first, Tang concedes, but I have now endured it long enough that it has begun to feel pleasant, almost calming. She regards the carafe with something like fondness. To require a little sleep, I doubt I will become dependent on it. Addiction runs in my family, you know. This, though, is an indulgence I can allow myself. Have a... Ah, fuck, I don't have anything. I need to go get more shit. Damn it, Chimera! Why is it not... Why is it not fixed? Why am I not correcting myself? Why am I not unspinning? Alt plus... It's not even showing up on actions. Why? Why did you throw an exploding can? It didn't fix anything! All right, I guess we'll just manually fix this. I don't even know why it's not working. Like StreamerBot doesn't know how to get the command anymore. Oh, no! Go away! Go away! No! Squish Dreki. Spin again would have fixed it. It would have, because it does set me right. But I do have like a quick hotkey for moving myself around. I wonder if I broke it earlier when I was mashing it for zooming. Well, it looks like Nen did go with being a cadet, so that's unfortunate. I've got to say, nice. I am a sucker for this kind of hairstyle. Like, I like the undercut, and then like it's kind of like the punk over sort of thing. Big fan of that hairstyle. I give you steak. Also, I need to give Rex a steak. Let me look at uncomfortably fast. Yeah, it seems like I couldn't. There's not really flexible in that. Characters seem to be they're sort of hard coded in a lot of the path they'll be going, so that kind of sucks. Oh, it seems +1 to Rex's construction project. Rex is like hyper flirtatious now too. Yeah. Definitely seems like it. I don't think we all of our logs we previously gave him count. So we're gonna have to get more steaks. Rex beams with happiness as you hand over the mushwood. Really? He exclaims. I need this for building the bar. Thank you so much. Rex shoots you a shy smile. Nothing a dog likes more than a stick, right? Rex absolutely winks after saying that. You cannot convince me otherwise. Definitely the kind of person that would do that. Ooh. Okay. Dice lost the hoodie and glowed up real interesting. Looks like he's really teched up some gauntlets. It's got this sick tattoo. Love the little swash of color in his hair. Oh, and he's got like a little flower in his ear. All right, Dice. You came out of your emo phase pretty nicely. Yeah, and he's armored his neck. Yeah, Dice is ready for adventuring. Have a crystal. Wait, did I give Nomi? I don't think I gave Nomi a crystal. You spot Dice about to head out on an expedition. He's carrying a full backpack, with a second one at his feet full of surveying equipment. As you approach, you realize he's writing in a notebook. An actual notebook, with paper and everything. Braced on his knee with one foot on his equipment. He looks up as you approach, then closes his notebook, slipping it into the jacket pocket over his heart. Oh, hey, Solana, he says. Tucks the pen behind his ear. Are you coming too? That's cool. Maybe we'll be posted near each other. What are you writing? Just stuff, Dice says dismissively. I like writing on paper. Feels more real, you know? More private than having everything on your holopalm where people could find it. You beg him for more details. Dice huffs through his nose, but he looks amused. Just stuff, he repeats. How I'm feeling, what the weather's like, what people are doing around the colony. I like observing people. Sometimes I pretend I'm an alien, he continues. I'm studying how people act so I can blend in. Can I see? Dice thinks about it for a second. Okay, he says, taking the notebook out of his pocket. He wraps the elastic that keeps it shut around his section at the back and hands it over. Just don't look at the back half. It's private. You flip through the first half, like Dice said, it's mostly mundane notes about things that are going on in the colony. Who's going where on expedition, what they're serving in the canteen, various snippets of gossip. There are several pages of sketches, what looks like diagrams of the colony buildings and walls. You're surprised. You didn't know Dice could draw. Go for the secret section. Nah. Give it back. You hand it back, and Dice secretes it into a jacket pocket. See? Just like knowing stuff, he says shyly. He stoops to pick up the surveying equipment as Utopia calls for all hands to board the expedition vehicles, and he's gone without another word. Alright, let's remember to give Nomi their crystal. Ah! I have now perished. I become a spoopy ghost. Welcome on by, Papa Phantom. I hope you have been having a fine, fantastic Friday. Feel like we should have the subaqueous swamp should have unlocked. Kind of annoying that it hasn't. Almost stressed out. So I kind of want to do a round of tutoring and then resting.